Yo, 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 yo.
Happy Friday.
What's going on, everybody? Uh, we gotta say this spiel every time, man. Y'all know why we here. We here to highlight parental alienation, raising awareness. This is a platform where we allow fathers to come up to share their authentic, true stories with any parent that's being alienated. We just ask for y'all to be mindful of their stories and be respectful. Don't leave nothing crazy in the comments. And
Who's the deadbeat is not liable or reliable for any litigation to follow here after the interview. So keep it clean.
don't
Yeah,
use no names and no videos come down.
no videos from them.
All right, let's see.
Started.
Let's get right into it.
Who do we have?
Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm
Hey.
Mr. Slango Dango from Ace of Spades Photography. I am a self-bought international photographer. Just got back from Europe. But besides that, let's get into the story.
All
Um,
right,
Welcome.
welcome. First thing first. Where you tuning in from?
I'm in Las Vegas, actually.
Okay.
I'm from Los Angeles, California. I didn't grow up with parents. I have different households that I call family. Um, I've lived in Arizona, dealt with that. Arizona is very underestimated. So shout out to my artists out there for the Cactus Boys Entertainment. Beautiful people. Um, and now I'm in Vegas. It's been a terrible experience so far. I love the city, but with all the things going on politically that I don't really want to get into, I don't follow politics or like organized religion.
We don't
But
want you to get into it because that's
yeah,
not the
but
platform
that's
for
not the
that.
platform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so
keep it
I'm
strictly
here.
about parental alienation.
But
Thank you.
all of these states, the story that I have has drawn over states, and it's now gone federal. So
All right.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, first thing first. How many kids do you have?
I've only had one, and he is right here. I have all of his original documents, his little helmet from when he was born, his urn. I have a whole lot of stuff.
Okay. And with you and the kid, your kid mother, was y'all in a situationship? Was y'all married? Was it a one
We
night
were in a
stand?
relationship, and uh, we were together for about 4 years. She knew that I wanted to be a dad. My whole family knows that. We were all good dads. I root for the dads. I've been going through the legal system and learned everything. I know a lot of information to help others. I do all of my work nonprofit international, and it's been a great experience, but a hard one at the same time. Um, and us as fathers need to learn to not fear the court system.
Yeah.
And
All right. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. How did you guys split?
we split. She got postpartum. I do not blame her for anything. I have a deep
She
love for
was
that woman.
diagnosed with postpartum.
Yes, twice. She was diagnosed twice with postpartum. So I don't blame her for nothing. I just blame the actions she didn't take the time to think before doing. And she's apologized to me. We don't speak because I am taking this further. But I wish her the luck, the best luck with her and her situations. And I stay far away from situationships. I've been abstinent most of the time since.
Okay.
And, I've been doing
So
me.
with you guys, you were in a 4-year relationship. When did you have the baby?
In the last year of the relationship, my son passed at a year and a half.
Oh,
December
sorry to
4th.
hear that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
so um, because I know when people are viewing this, they're gonna be confused.
mhm.
But that was the only child that you had, and
Yeah,
he's
that's the
no
only
longer with
child I
us.
have. He's right here. This is an urn right here.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so that caught me off guard. So
It's
to
okay.
get back,
I've been dealing with this for about 4 years. Therapists. I do a lot of governmental, like, treatments that they use for rape victims, military PTSD victims. I have a lot of injuries. I have a story, but it'll be released on the news later on.
Okay, okay. So again, we want to send our condolences.
I appreciate you.
As far as the relationship, when was she diagnosed with postpartum after having the baby?
She was diagnosed before having the baby.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about that. How was the pregnancy? How was that for you?
She
Like, what was that like?
So I have to turn towards me really quick. I've had over 25 surgeries on my body. I have a lot of scars and stuff on my body.
Okay.
I'm one of 200 people that have their full spine encased in metal. I used to be paralyzed at one point, blah, 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 a whole lot of other stories. But I had just had a surgery. I've had a catheter, tubes out of me, and she was diagnosed with postpartum. So she was very moody, which doesn't really bother me. It was more so that after the baby was born, like she was very aggressive. It was like noises and sounds, and the baby crying was a bother, which turned me to be very aggressive because I was defending my child, and I have the court case to back it up, and there's the custody battle, and her admitting I got the FBI's in this right now.
All right, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah,
We just
yeah,
want to
yeah,
start. We want you to get your story out, so we want to
yeah.
start from the beginning, and we're gonna work our way to the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we kind of like
she
need
she had
a
postpartum,
timeline.
and she was getting aggressive, and my family started to jump in, and we separated, and she was staying with one of my family members who moved across the United States to stay out of litigation, and after that, she ended up getting pregnant by some random dude that she met in a 7-Eleven or something,
And how
and I
long ago
called
was
it
this after she had you guys, baby?
up. Less than a year probably. He passed before his second birthday, so less than a year. We were separated for probably 6 months to a year, I would say.
Okay, all right. So before you get to the random dude, what was our relationship like before?
She
It
got
was
pregnant.
great. It was great. She was adjusting, to like my family, my lifestyle. She's mixed, and and everyone gained to really like her. And then once she got the postpartum, I tried to tell her like it's not me. I'm not trying to like attack you, but you have to see a doctor. And she's had previous experiences, her own traumas. So she didn't trust doctors. She's like, the only time I'm going to see a doctor is for the checkups each week and when I go give birth. And
So to be clear, because postpartum, if I'm not correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but that occurs after giving
after the
birth,
baby,
right? So were
yes,
they just diagnosing her with a form
because
of
she was
depression?
pregnant and she was almost due to have the baby, and they
Okay.
gave her the test or whatever.
Okay.
And when they gave her that test, they said we're diagnosing her like pre-advanced that she has postpartum. After the pregnancy, it's going to be a hard time. They told me that. And
Did she have any history of like,
her whole family,
depression or mental illness prior to?
yes, she's been through a lot of trauma, I would say, before she met me. And her family's very strict, and their religious backgrounds are very strict. And she had a tough, young adulthood, childhood. Her
So when she
family.
got pregnant, was she excited to be a mom, or
She
was
was
it
so
like,
excited. Oh my God, she was so
okay,
excited. It's not. I'm
okay,
not.
so it was it
My
was
baby
good
mama
news
did
initially.
nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong outside of making me look bad for the baby to be with her because I was a single father for the whole year and a half, almost a year and a half he was alive. You feel me? When
Okay,
she
so
got,
get us there. You guys split, and you
yeah,
you had the baby.
I
You had
had the baby.
custody.
Yes. No,
And
we
how
didn't
was
have any. We did not have any legal arrangements yet. That
okay?
was not. We were going through
Well, you
that.
had him in your possession.
He was in
You
my
took
possession.
him and you had him.
Yeah.
And so, how was that? Was she able to see him? Were you
Yes.
guys like
We
working
told
together
her.
and co-parenting?
My okay, so my family runs an organization. Shout out the Las Vegas Angels. We look for missing children and persons on bordering states. Okay, so any
Okay.
state bordering the state of Nevada, if your child or family member is missing, you can hit them up on Instagram, and they have a team of people that go out and look for your children or your family members. You get what I'm saying? Because the police are doing a half-ass job right now.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she was welcome. We have multiple volunteer statements, multiple people, multiple families. That was like she was completely welcome, but she got hooked on some new dude, and that's not on me. I don't chase, I attract. You
Okay.
feel
So
me?
once
So,
she got with the dude, she started doing what exactly? Because you had the baby in your possession, right?
yeah, she was, no, but she was with me at first, with the lady that started the organization, the Las Vegas Angels. She's my stepmom. She
Okay.
just passed away from aneurysm, sadly too, and I have 5 siblings underneath me in Vegas that we finally got them a place to stay where they're all paying rent to try to stay with a roof over their head.
Okay.
I'm nomadic. I eat biblically. I live biblically. I have 2 RVs. I travel the world because I'm pissed off about it. I really don't care. I want people to know that we have to make a change. And if we can't make a change, it's just what are like we if we don't have a voice, then it doesn't matter. So if I don't
Yeah.
speak about it, then and just stay
No, you
behind.
ask you out. You know, you will get the opportunity, but we have
Yeah.
the viewers have to understand what got you to this point, and so we're trying to
Oh,
find a timeline to keep it steady from the
yeah,
time
yeah.
that you had
And
the
and
baby.
outside of this, I'm willing to speak with you guys and open up everything. It
Okay,
just has to stay confidential.
okay,
But
no
I am
problem.
willing. I showed your husband earlier that everything I say, I'm saying under oath. I'm in litigation with
So what part can you talk about? Because you came and you said you wanted to tell your story. So
Right, we're trying to get
the
how were
story
you
is
alienated? Like what
yeah,
happened
my
with
son
that?
got hit when I was having custody of him. She was coming over, and when he started crying, she get really mad. I got text messages. She would get really mad, scream. I'd give her tree for her to go outside and smoke, chill, and she'd be pissed off that I rolled it wrong and like fuck you, like this is so hard, da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm here, like it's not just you, and I understand what you're going through, but if you don't get help, then I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. I can't change or help you unless you want to do that. And she ended up separating from my stepmother's household to my
Okay.
biological, well, another half sibling. I'm the only child from my mom. My dad was a part of the OJ Simpson case in '07. That's a whole other story. Let's continue. There's a bunch
I
of
can't
family, a
keep
bunch of
up. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
get
no.
busy because we
Hulu
all
tried
over
to
the
talk.
place. Like,
Hulu tried to talk to me. My dad's in the New York Times. A whole bunch of bullshit. I'm trying to focus on my son, but everything intertwines, and
yeah.
that's why let's get through with my son, and then me and you guys can speak about the whole story. Because I'd rather be represented by people that are trying to do right than people that are trying to make a profit off me. And
Got it.
and I've been staying quiet for a couple years now.
okay,
Okay.
so you had your son. So
What happened?
She came over for a visitation, and we had already took him to the doctor. We have family doctors. He had the flu. Okay, he's a year and a half. He's outside. I like to fish. I'm an outdoors guy, ride motorcycles. I live life to the fullest, even though that it brings me pain, because I'm not about to fucking sit here and cry about my injuries and shit. And they she wanted to finally come see him. I had him for like 6 months by myself. She's living her life in Vegas. My family's helping her get a job, this, that, and the other. And I knew that my sister was gonna make an influence, and I know she didn't mean on purpose because she didn't know the backstory of everything. But she had just got over a divorce, and she's a feminist. She's gay. She's got married in France, and she projected a lot of stuff onto my lady. And she went out, met some dude, and I felt it. I'm spiritual. I know soul ties. Like if I'm only messing with you,
So you still wanted to be with her and she moved
oh
on to be
yeah,
with
but I
somebody
needed
else.
her to understand that she needs to focus on something outside of tripping about the child. I was all like, you need to fix you right now. You've been through so much trauma and you don't ever want to go see a therapist because you scared they're going to do something to you. I said,
Right.
I can't change you. I'm not certified. I am a mentor. I have mentorees. I help multiple relationships. I've taken relationship classes, parenting classes, and I did that all because I was getting full custody of my son.
So
We
how
we
was that
as
like
fathers,
being a single dad? Take
yeah,
us
we
there.
we as fathers can definitely do it, but we fear the court system because we've already been in the jail system or the prison
So
system.
why didn't you have any? You said y'all
She,
didn't have any
I was
legal.
living in Vegas, and her family is a part of the Mormon Church,
Okay.
and they helped her and other people. I'm not gonna name nobody. Helped take him from me for a 3 day period. I was all like, yeah, of course. If you want to see your son, come see him. I told you that I'm not gonna force you to do anything.
So
But
you
you're
said you had him for 6 months straight with no problems, right?
no, she was sending money here and there, but it was from her father. He rich. You know what I'm
How were
saying?
you how were you taking care of the baby alone? Like what was your support system?
I was just staying with my stepmom.
Oh, okay, so you had others that was kind of pitching in to
Yeah,
help
I had my
you
little
with the
sisters and
baby.
brothers. Like it,
Was you
I,
young
I've been
or
on
how old?
medication.
How old were you?
I'm 27.
I'm at the time.
Oh, when he passed away, so 2020, he born 03
No,
2022.
I'm saying when you was take care of your child.
Yeah, in 2023. So I'm
Okay,
27,
so 20
2 years ago,
25.
two,
Okay.
Okay.
3 years ago.
And she's young too, the mom.
Yeah, she's 22.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no, no,
she's
she's
very young.
25 now. I met her when she was like 22. So she's like 24, 25. I haven't
Okay.
spoken
Okay.
to
So
her in
you
So
like
had
I
your
haven't spoken to her
son,
in
and
and
like
they
4 years,
took
man. I've
how
been
did they
trying
take him? You gave
to.
him up so she could visit with him and they just never brought him back? Is that what happened?
So she kidnapped him twice. Okay,
Well,
so
it's not considered kidnapping because it's her son.
it was over
and
state
there's no
borders.
And there's
order.
It
no
was
court
over
ordinance.
state
So
borders. She went back to Arizona to her rich family, and they helped her get her own little spot with her new little boyfriend. But they had cut. She gave my child to them, but she was still here in the first kidnapping, and I went to go get my son, and I
listen,
was all
you
like, "No,
can't
you can't."
say kidnapping because it's not legally called kidnapping. So that's why we're correcting you. I know what you
Oh,
mean.
okay. Well, she
Like
took him.
it's
Oh, she
legal
took it. Well, that's why I'm
terms.
going into federal court because I have proof that it was. It's what
It will probably be called like parental abduction. Kidnapping is
Oh,
when the
well,
kid
yeah.
is not
No,
your kid.
she gave my son to her a family member or a friend,
Okay. And
and
they
and
took
and
the
went to
baby.
work and then I was like, "Yo, you supposed to drop off my son? Where he at?" You feel me? So I pull up to her job and I'm like, "Yo, where's Ace?" And then she's like, "Please don't be mad. Please don't be mad." I was like, "Where the fuck is Ace, man? Like, I have a routine with him. Where's Ace?"
So her family can't visit with them?
No, they had. I told him before we moved to Vegas, I had went homeless because she had got us evicted from our apartment. I'm in litigation with them too. I'm suing 2 counties. Okay,
Okay.
so she had got us kicked out, and now I barely get by. So with my ailments, family help support. I do
Right.
jobs. I do my photography, whatever I can do to make my buck. I'm smooth. I'm chilling as long as I went from 220 pounds as a varsity wrestler in high school. I'm a buck 65 now. You get what I'm saying? So, it's been a tough time.
Mm-hmm.
I have my Rottweiler. He's in his cage, I believe, where I let him out, sleeping. And I've had him, and we just travel. I do photos with all type of different people.
Okay.
So
Shout out Billy Chris. It's just
okay.
we're
So
doing
what we saying is with the when you said she kidnapped her, right?
she
You
took
didn't
him
have
to
when
she
you
took
said you
him.
kidnapped him. You didn't have no order, correct?
No, there's no order, but by law, you have agreements. You have to 3 days, whatever, or you have to go to court and then get it finalized where there's a
Yeah, but
Right.
transfer
So it's
agreement.
not finalized and it's null and
Yes,
void.
but he
It's
is residing and his insurance and all of his stuff is under my name in one state. And she came in after over 6 to 8 months of him not being with him and then took him to another state and didn't keep him. I told her, if you want to keep him, or we can go back to Arizona and you can go back with your father and y'all can stay with the baby there. if you have a problem with me just chilling with the baby. And she didn't like that. She didn't like it at all. And I was like, my mom doesn't want you here because she sees how you're acting. She doesn't agree with how you are parenting. And we have to abide by her rules at least, because we don't got nowhere to go. And you don't want to go back to your household that you don't follow their rules.
So how was she parenting that your mom didn't like? What was she doing?
He'd wake up in the morning, in the middle of the night sometimes. He usually sleeps 12 hours straight. But sometimes he'd wake up. Maybe he's hungry. Maybe he, just needed his back patted or a diaper change. But the crying would piss her off. It would piss her off.
And at
And
this time, you said he's a year old, right?
he was, when we moved to Vegas, no, because he was under a year old. He was under a year old. Because we had moved to Vegas and we celebrated his first birthday here. Her mom and her stepmom and dad came out here for his first birthday.
Okay, so she basically couldn't bond with him. She wasn't like a good
She
mom
wasn't
in your
bonding, and
stepmom's
I
eyes.
wasn't mad at that. But then after she was losing bond, she regained bonded with him. But I think it was just the infant stages that was really stressing her out. Once he got older, she was very upset that like we broke up, kind of like that.
Well, in her defense, she was diagnosed with
Yeah,
postpartum,
she was.
so
No, she was, but
that's
it was
definitely a
the
barrier
safety.
that would,
It
you
was the
know.
safety of the child. She was not just screaming at the baby, but like throwing a pillow at the baby or throwing a stuffed
Okay,
animal.
so how did she get back there if she already is this before she moved on to
This
have
is
another
no,
child?
this when we moved to Vegas, we were all together. And then
Okay.
this is like, 3 months in, 2 months in. My
Okay.
stepmom
So
was all
then
like, I
she
got all my
leave.
kids here. This is no. She can't do this. She's saying that the baby makes her want to kill herself, stuff like that. And we have five. Oh no, at the time we had three other children under the age of 18 at the house. And she was saying these things, and my little brother heard her and he got scared. He almost called the police. I'm at the gym because I'm gonna go work out. I have to stay in my physical therapy, stuff like that. He
Okay.
watch the baby, he's already down. He might give him a bottle, whatever. He's chilling. He woke up, was crying, and my little brother's on his computer. He's 18 now, and he's over here, just got off his mic. He got off he headset. He's a little gamer kid. He make money online. He opened up his mic and he heard what he heard, and
Okay.
he
So
called my
pause.
mom.
What made you want to reach out to our platform? Like, what was it that you wanted people
I
to
wanted to
know?
reach out to your platform is to show that like us as fathers, no matter what you're going through with your baby mom, especially if they have support too. If it's not just like, I don't blame my baby mom, I just blame the actions that took place to where she had to apologize after the fact, and then where it broke my heart. I was
And
like,
that was when she took the baby for 3 days or
no,
something.
when
Because
she took
what
the
we're
baby
trying to
for
figure
three
out, how were
when
you
she took
able
the
to?
baby for three
Because it seems
days
like you were in your
when she
son's
took the
life
baby for
the
3 days,
whole time.
you said I was like I was into some life this whole time.
I said
No,
it seems like you were in your son's life the whole time. So we're trying
you,
to figure
oh
out, where
yes,
did
no, yeah,
you
we're getting
get
there right
into the
now.
baby?
Right now, we're getting there right now. When she kidnapped him, she put an emergency order against me with all of her girlfriends and
Okay.
her biological mom, who was an addict. And they said I was like a high tier cartel member because I grew up with Mexicans. They said I was a gang member because I have
So
tattoos all over
basically,
my.
the silver bullet, like she went and got a
Yeah, like this
protective
nigga
order,
this
protective
nigga
order.
is an evil person, and I had to. I
But what
wasn't
was the
the
outcome?
whole year
Because
before he died. They kidnapped me and put an emergency order against me, and we are in different states. She came back to Vegas with her boyfriend and left my son over there so I couldn't have visitation. Okay, and I'm like, yo, I can't afford to do this. I have years of medical documents. I'm trying to recover and see my son every day. You're trying to work, which is what I told you to do. But now after this is all blowing up, and now I filed the court paperwork. You feel me?
so did you fight the protective order?
Yes, I did.
And
I
what
traveled
happened with
to
that?
That's when we get into the custody battle. We went to the custody battle and multiple people. The judge, the
But
first
the
thing the judge.
protective order and the custody battle is two
No, yeah,
totally
the
different
protective.
things.
Yeah, we were in the protective order, and I fought the protective order. My family members drove me out, and the judge said, "I'm surprised you're even here." They said you live in Vegas, and I was all like, "No," because they took him from me, but because they said all those falsified documents, right, to the police and this, that, and the other, the judge, they submitted all that the same day of the court dates. They didn't think I was going to go to court. They didn't think I was going to go at all.
Did they dismiss the protective order that wasn't substantiated?
No, it turned into a custody battle. But because her family is rich, they gave the baby to them. And I said,
So they did.
okay.
So you didn't have a protective order against you.
No, she did. She put an emergency protective order
I
against
know.
me.
So when you went to court, did they grant it?
Or did they dismiss it?
They dismissed it. They gave me what's it called? Visitation, and it got turned into a custody battle.
In the DV court?
Yeah, that don't
Two
make.
different courts?
No, they didn't fire. She didn't do what, like the court order. They did an emergency court order to where they can justify why they took my son. Okay.
Yeah.
And they put those in those documents, they put falsified documents to back that.
Okay, so what it sounds like is they probably did something like a temporary TRO or something.
Yes, something like that to her family, so her family can take the baby
because of safety. And then once it was
Yes.
dismissed, the
But
courts
I'm
moved to
staying
see
with the
how you
leader of an organization
mediate.
that Vegas
So
very
who filed for family, her or you?
I did.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so get us there.
So now when I go to court for the emergency order, the judge sees that I already filed for court because I had a feeling they were going to do something like this. Okay. I had immediately with her car and everything. I came out to visit for visitation and went straight to the court for 3 days back to back and filed everything. Went to the law library, talked to the people. They told me to document that you get 15 or 30 minutes and you can ask them anything you want, anything, and they'll bring it up. And I was like, I need all these documents. I'm filling them out right now. And then my grandmother in LA finally gave me some money to get a paralegal, and they helped me push it through. Okay. And when I went to court, the judge was all like, why is this here first? When I paid for a paralegal and stuff. Why is this here? And then why are y'all submitting all this crazy ass documentation, like these witness letters? And I was all like, because she's mad that I don't want to be with her. She said that she would leave her nigga for me to move back to Arizona, back into her apartment to raise the baby. And I was like, no, you got pregnant by this nigga.
You said that in court.
What'd you say?
You said that in court?
No, I didn't say that. I never disrespected her in court.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's making
no,
sense.
This was
like
outside court. The last day of court, she gets into an argument with her family in court because she felt like something was off. It was weird to me too. I did the same thing. And she in court was all like, something's going on and I want my baby turned back to my baby daddy. And I was all like, whoa. So
basically, now I want to jump the gun.
The judge said no. The judge said no.
The judge said no for both of y'all to have custody.
No. The judge, right? we both have free visitation every weekend until the custody battle is over. I proved that I had my
possession to.
Who have custody until then?
The custody got granted to her parents because he was
right.
born in
Arizona. To the courts, her parents were the best.
Yes, because they took them, and I knew that was going to happen. We had the paralegal. We already knew what was going on. I was just pissed off that she really took it that far when I told her she just needed help. You know what I'm saying? I said it in the court. I was all like, I'm not even mad at her. You know what I'm saying? This is before my son passed. So I gave her brownie points when she did that in court. I was all like, yo, I appreciate you doing that. But your parents, they was hot. As soon as we walked out the courtroom, they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You threw us under the bus. Why are you trying to throw us under the bus? Da, 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 da. And me and my family immediately walk out. We're like, no. They said that we can go to the visitation. We're going to meet them there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll meet you there.
So were they giving you your visits when it was time for you to see your son?
But I couldn't afford to come back and forth from Vegas to Arizona.
It was supervised?
No, they said, well, supervised with them. But when I went to court, they gave me unrestricted the last court date we went to. And then I went
Okay.
and had them for 2 weeks. We went traveling. We went to Arizona. We were already in Arizona. So we were traveling in Arizona, seeing friends and everybody that didn't get to see him yet, because they ran everything. The baby shower,
Can,
even to
can,
his
can I
funeral.
just ask you one question real quick?
Yes, sir.
If your son was living with you, why did you go file in the state in that other state?
Because they had put that. No, I went and found in that other state because she was trying to have me move back with her because her and her man wasn't working out. You get what I'm saying? And I said that I said we were separated. I never wanted to break up. I broke
But
up with you.
that was the first problem right there. You should have filed in the state where you've been taking care of the baby
No,
at.
yeah,
He
no,
had possession.
I didn't know. The reason why I couldn't was because I tried to. They said because we had just moved here, he had to have been here for at least 6 months.
But you
This is
said
a
you,
first.
you said you
For
said
You
six
you
know,
months.
said
she
you
had
had him for
kidnapped him
6 months.
twice. She kidnapped him twice. I threatened with court, and they brought him back. See, they brought him back. Okay, so now I
Okay,
have
so
him again.
the court ended up there, and that was a big distance
No,
for
no,
travel.
no. The court that we're talking about is that's what I was saying. There's like two similar situations. It's a timeline, and those two simulations are within like a 4 to 6 month time frame. Okay, and the court case is about almost a year long after that. Okay, so the first time she kidnapped, I didn't file yet. I had told her to bring him back, but my whole family was all like, she kidnapped him for 2 months and brought him back so he can have his birthday. Because if I didn't see him for his birthday, his first birthday, I was gonna be pissed. You feel
So
me?
you just don't keep saying kidnap on. You just don't
Oh,
keep
sorry,
saying
sorry,
kidnap.
sorry, sorry. I ain't saying no names. You said as long as I don't say no names. Look,
But it's not the right term. It's not
yeah, no,
kidnap.
it's not the right term, but I walk around with justice for my son. No, for me and what my family think, it was kidnapping. And the police in Gilbert, they upheld falsified documents. That's why this went federal because they told me to take it back to the civil court. Okay,
So what is it that you're actually? You don't have to give details, but what went federal? Like you're
the what
fighting what exactly?
I'm fighting all the documentation because fathers get falsely accused for all types of shit.
Right,
Okay. And you get kept away from your kids for things that other people say that are completely untrue. I got
right.
her on FaceTime, her and her sister apologizing. Oh, your baby mama, she wrote all of that. We didn't do that. That means the whole thing should have never
So you're
happened.
basically pressing charges
For
on
the
them for false accusations towards you.
for towards me that kept me from my son, right?
All right, so
Because
So we
what did the FBI come in at? Then?
right.
the
What
FBI, okay, so the police in Gilbert, my son died from a drowning in a pool.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Now, all right. Let's
You
go
told me
back.
to
step
take
back a little
it
bit.
step by
Let's go back.
step. So
Okay,
I'm
so you
trying to take it
fight for
step by step.
custody. You got your 2 weeks visitation. Then what?
Okay, I take him back. Before I had took him for the 2 week visitation, I told him I saw my son go out their doggy door. I was like, no, that got to get changed. I said, and you need to put a gate around your pool. I had two of my cousins with me. One cousin, he said he heard everything. He was in the bathroom, using the bathroom. He had stomach problems. And his lady was standing there right next to me. My son was crying when I left to go back to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? No, this ain't no joke to me, for real. You
Right.
know what I'm
No,
saying?
we definitely
Yeah,
understand the
it's just so
severity of
much.
it.
That's why I was saying, like, I want to get as much as we can through here. It's gonna be a little choppy, but I can show you the documents. I'll go get them all printed from the
No, we
court. The
No,
judge,
believe you.
it's not that we don't
yeah,
believe you. It's just that
yeah,
This
it's
is your
it's a
crazy.
first
lot.
It's
time getting your
crazy.
story
Yeah, it's
out.
a lot.
If
My
so,
lawyer
if
said I
people
had to
watching,
find
we you
somebody
gotta
that was willing to
understand. We
do
got
this.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying is you gotta understand. We got over 500,000 people
Yes, I
that
know
follow
that.
our
Yes, sir.
platform on
Yes,
all
sir.
different
Yes,
stuff.
sir. My lawyer said this is what I needed to do. He
So
said this.
what I'm trying to say is, if this is the first time somebody hearing this story, you got to make it make sense. I understand you can't go into certain details, but you got to line it up for it to make sense because you got to understand a lot of people gonna see this.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't fearing no media. I want people to come and ask questions. I want us to continue to do this. I want there to be stories. I want us to do that. My lawyer said that we can't take this because it's a high profile case. You need to get media coverage. And I've been doing my mental stuff. I've been going to therapy. I've been doing TMS treatments, EMDMR treatments. You got
Okay.
regular people can't even get
Okay.
this.
All right. So
You get
let's
what I'm
get
saying?
into.
I've been doing this for 2-3 years. Yes, sorry. Go
So,
ahead.
so you noticed that it wasn't a safe environment for your son when you were there,
Yes.
and they didn't
Yes.
take
I've
heed
been
to
on that
that.
because she told me that her childhood was bad there. But she was jealous that she thought that I was going to need everybody. I was like, no, I got support. As long as I can take care of my son with me, my family can back me. You get what I'm saying? You can come, but you have to go see a doctor. And then after you see a doctor, you see a therapist. And after you see a therapist, like we need to build something here, period. You get what I'm saying?
So they didn't do and take the measures to secure the pool and
They did not do
area.
that. They did not do
They
that.
and
And
so
the
he
police report
accidentally. You think he accidentally went? I mean, you think
out
he
the
went
doggy
through the
door. I went
door?
and watched the video. This is why I'm able to do this now. I had to go
Okay.
to Gilbert. I had to request all the records. I had to request the footage of my son drowning in a pool. I had to sit there and watch that shit. You feel me? And they deemed it as a fucking tragic accident. Bitch,
So
what? He
where
was not
where
even
were they?
20
I'm
yet.
just curious. Like where
The
was?
household got 10 people in it. I think there was at least 3 or 4 people in the house at the time. And the person who was watching my son was at the door chit-chatting with the neighbor, knowing I said my son loved water. I'm teaching him, he's starting to learn out of there. He gonna go to that water. I said it's not no accident because I gave fair warning and y'all got the fucking money to do it. You got me fucked, man. And then
Yeah.
they're gonna say it's a tragic accident. The police report my baby mama, she says they murdered my baby. And I said, that's all I need. Now I got to prove that you did illegal activities to keep them from me in the first place. I was with somebody that proved and took you. We had you making fake accounts to help find children. You got me messed up, bro. No, I got bullet holes and stab wounds. I protect people. You got me messed up. And when I was paralyzed, yes, I walked on both sides of the line, but any brother can say they had to do that. I could barely walk. No, and still put food on the table, pay our bills. I paid for her to go get her child care certificate thing, and her father and I was discussing business on opening her up a daycare center. Fuck her going to go get a job. Let's just open her and let her manage it. Nah. I
So
sacrificed a lot.
So
Nah.
who is all these people? Where was she staying at? Like what?
She was staying with her man and her best friend or whatever, her friends with my son doing whatever, right? Back and forth in AZ. Her family is high members of the Mormon church, right? And they got all types of child custody stuff in their family. My baby mama, she feared her family. You feel me? But she feared that I was gonna take my son from her. And I told her, as long as you don't kidnap him from me, you can see him
But
and take him
Bob,
where you
how she
want.
fear him if she took him and took him right to
Because her
the.
dad did that to her and her siblings. That's why I don't got no problem with her, because I know that comes from her deep trauma that she ain't addressed yet. I don't got no problems with my baby mama. I just heard that she apologized to me, and I was just like, it's just too late.
So who are you holding accountable
for
I'm
your
not
for what
allowed to
son's
happened
speak
to your
about.
death.
I'm not allowed
son?
to speak about that right now. I can't speak about that right now. I can't say those names.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, that's fair. It's just you
It's
said
let's
that
say that it is the one of the mothers of my baby mama at her father's household.
so they have like a polygamy setup or something.
No, so her and her brother, she has like five younger siblings, and then
Hmm.
she has one younger, and one of them's like with her and her older brothers, but her mom which is with her mom, and her dad has another wife now. They had divorced, and her dad has another wife with like another 4 or 5.
Oh, okay. That's prop that he's with.
Yes, that he's with now.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood.
Okay, so who would you say who's the deadbeat?
Like, who's the deadbeat in this situation?
My baby mama tried to use her father because I was paying for all my son's stuff with whatever I can do, but I wasn't able to take care of like my own medication. And then my kidney started failing. I got like 10, 15 medications I take. And my kidney started failing, stuff like that. So I started smoking ganja. I went straight Rasta. I'm 80% vegan. I eat once or twice every 2 or 3 days. I'm capable of surviving. If we went to really war here in the United States, I can survive outside. I got no problems with no Wi-Fi. I love nature. I can fish, build, but I'm just injured. You feel me? I want a
Okay,
family. I
What are
want
you doing
kids.
about your grief?
Huh?
What are you doing about your grief?
I write spoken. Man, after my son died,
Take your time.
I don't want to waste your time. We got.
That's okay. This anytime we've ever had anybody on this
Yeah,
platform,
yeah, yeah.
the space
My
has
bad.
always never been this. So listen,
Yeah. So after my son died, I went into like a psychosis.
man.
And my family came to the funeral and immediately took me back to LA. I don't want to get like my photography company is a nonprofit because I help with mental health and disability people who figuring out the law shit. Like I'll take you. If I can get to you, I'll take you to your court, figure it out. But they took me, and we're spiritual people, we believe in God, but we don't go to church like that. I grew up in the church with my father. That's a whole different story. I already said that in the beginning. I don't want to get in it. But my family really helped me real quick, and I haven't been back there in like 10 years. But my dad kept me from my family. My mom died when I was a month, and my dad is an international gangster, like felt like internet. We'll talk about that outside of this. And after I recovered, went to therapy, got into physical therapy, able to support myself better. I walk with a cane. I keep it in my truck because they tell me to try to use it as least as possible. But, you know, was I was just I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say.
I know.
Uh, fuck.
No, that's it's
Uh, I got myself back up, man. I was like, I can't do nothing stupid, bro. I don't wish no harm against nobody. I don't want nobody going to jail. I don't want to break up that family, but I want it to be known what happened, bro. If you get felony charges, you can't leave the country. Cool. Y'all can't travel for a couple years. Fix that. My son's dead, bro. At least you're not in jail, bro. I figured it out. I've been spending 2-3 years piecing all this shit together. I got paperwork everywhere, bro. I got my family thinking like I'm trying to start nonprofit organizations here in Vegas, California, Arizona, and then I got a gig to go to Europe and Canada. I left to Europe. That's what I did.
So
And
is
I'm already in the
so
news in Europe.
so is it safe to say
I
that's
left.
your therapy?
No, I got therapy. I got about 4 or 5. I got because I was doing therapy before my son was ever even existing. I was doing. I used to do private security in Arizona, and Arizona's fucking retarded, bro. I love them though, but I got shot 3 times. I got 2 stab wounds. I have my broken left rib cage. This arm's titanium. You feel me? This is a scar. I got scars up and down my body. Like I've died like twice. My homie said he slapped me so fucking hard and smashed me on my chest that like he saw me go back in my shit, bro. Like I don't care what anybody got to say about me, bro. Come say it to my face. I don't care, bro. Like it's tough when you feel like you're supposed to have been dead and the world won't let you die, bro. Like what's my meaning then? I'm here speaking to y'all because I'm supposed to do this apparently, bro. I don't want to talk about this shit, bro. I really don't. I really don't. My son's dead, bro. So what? I
well,
get a couple money, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit,
for
bro.
what it's worth, we appreciate you
You guys are
so
showing
much.
people.
The transparency, like just it's this can't be easy for you, you know.
I ain't speaking
Um,
about this outside of my therapist since my son died, bro. Y'all the first
yeah.
person outside of my family to like really just sit there and be like, "Damn, you dealt with that. You got angry." Don't get me wrong, niggas. We only can handle what we can handle. I ain't ever hit that woman, bro. I ain't ever forced her to do nothing. I
So let
I
me
was
ask you
able to.
this then.
After I got my injuries, I had money. You feel me?
Why are you not why, but you not
I
giving
want
her
the
no you
Supreme
not
Court to.
giving her
I want
any
the Supreme Court. I want this. I
you
want
not
this to take this to the Supreme Court to make it obligated for any household that registers a newborn child under Social Security needs to that has an underground pool in the yard is obligated to put a gate around their pool. And the money that
okay.
I'm getting is to help start up those situations
Okay,
for
but
that. And I'm
what
starting
I'm
up
trying to say is why are you being so lenient towards the mother of your kid? Like
because I ain't ever
what's
had no
making you
mama,
give
bro.
her a pass?
I ain't ever have no mama, bro. I want her to be successful with her new baby, bro. I don't got no problems against her. Live your life, gangster. Like shit. Like, she went to jail before I've been to jail, bro. You feel me? She been through a lot of shit, bro. And I don't want to get into her shit. That's her shit. If she ever want to speak like I'm speaking, I had to go through classes and speak and learn and talk to a therapist to learn how to even speak to y'all right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I graduated high school. I went to college, but I got fucked up. And after I got fucked, I had scholarships, man. I'm the first full ride. Shout out UTI Universal Technical Institute. I'm the first full ride scholarship to ever go through that school. I was a poet back in elementary school. I met Stevie Wonder, George Lopez. My family is very in. My uncle used to work for Death Row Records, bro. Like my dad knows O.J. Simpson and the Kardashians, bro. I know the true story, bro. That's why Hulu keeps harassing my family, bro. Like, nah, fuck that shit, bro. We can talk outside of this, and I'll let y'all search up some people, bro. Like, no, I'm trying to do
But
a thing with my family
to
name.
to to understand one thing, your voice is being heard. Your story is going to touch the lives of many.
I'm so
And so
stressful.
that, for what it's
I
worth,
don't want
that's
no fucking
that's
attention. I
priceless.
just want to help people. I'm cool. I've touched both sides of the line. Don't try me. I don't fight. I don't fight. I don't like raising my voice no more, bro. I'm very I think timid, but try me, bro. Tell me I'm lying. Come say it to my face. I'm ready to go to prison if needed over my son. I don't care what anybody got to say about me, bro. I don't give a fuck. They put falsified documents against me and I can prove it. FBI is about to pull all of that documentation out from our FaceTime call. You too. You got me messed up, bro. No. No. Hey, and so to your new man. No disrespect, gangster. Man, that's how I found her, bro. Spinning bread at a shop real quick and she pull up. No, no. She saw opportunity and she fucked it up and she apologized for it. So no disrespect to her. Do not disrespect her. I ain't mad at her. She had diagnosed issues that wasn't addressed. Okay. She was a deadbeat because she put falsified documentation against me for shit that you and your friends been doing before you met a nigga that knows the people that I know.
So
No,
so is it safe to say if this never happened,
You feel like your son will
you'll
still be with
you
us.
we be right
and
next to
be
you
with
right
you?
now, bro. On my dead mama, bro. God strike me down tomorrow in my sleep right now. I'm at risk for a stroke right now, bro. I just got illegally arrested by the feds for the ICE protest, bro. I'm a media person. I'm a character. I make people feel comfortable in front of a camera while I'm walking with a cane. At the time, I didn't have my cane, but it was in my truck. It is prescribed. I got dozens of medication. I've been through shit, man, and I don't sit here and complain about that shit. You got me messed up, bro. I'm finna get what's mine and then just let me be. Let me be. Get your little goon internet motherfuckers out my shit. Get your Mormon homies out my
We
fucking
gotta
stuff.
stop with the cursing. We're gonna
Oh,
get
my
flagged.
apologies. I'm sorry. Please beep that. Beep beep. Please. I'm sorry. I'm just emotional. You feel
No,
me?
we
And
understand. We understand
and
This
absolutely.
I
this
told
is
him,
this
and
is
don't
a
get me
safe
wrong,
space. This is a safe
and I'm
space
gonna
for
put it
you.
where I was in the bad where they used the environment I was around because of the people I knew, and I ain't about to say names, but I know some major celebrity names. We'll talk about it outside of this, and that's why they knew that they were getting stuff at my house. I was almost paralyzed. I was at home with my son. I can't do nothing. I can't. I can barely walk down to the pool and grill for the kids. I was taking care of my homie and his lady got into it. And she kept him from him. Whole nother major litigation going on there. And I'm gonna definitely have him hit you guys up. And we used to take care of block parties for the kids. We used our food stamps for our community. You know what I'm saying? The people that can barely pay their bills, but that still can't get insurance.
Oh, okay. So I just want to know. My wife asked this question earlier,
Sorry.
um, but it kind of got missed.
Yeah.
So, what was you like as a dad?
I ain't have parents, bro. My dad's a pimp and a gangster, bro. I did everything I knew that I didn't want to be as my father and respected him for at least trying, bro. But I got a brother on drugs we're trying to find in LA. So if my people in LA know something, like, let's chat, hit me up. My brother just committed suicide over this shit at Christmas, bro. And then the bank locked out my fucking shit because I had to pay for half my family to get to Washington State for his fucking funeral because my daddy a deadbeat. I know I'm not no deadbeat because my daddy one nigga got 10 kids and I helped take care of them niggas. You got me fucked up, bro. And I ain't have no mama from the get-go. No, people want to say shit on me. No, I used to be very flirtatious, you feel me? But before I was ever in a relationship, like I know the dark side of fucking Scottsdale, fucking Phoenix, fucking
Cuss
certain
words,
parts
cuss
of
words, cuss words,
Hollywood,
cuss words,
Hollywood,
cuss words. You gotta beep
Hollywood,
beep.
Vegas.
You
Man,
gotta
y'all don't want to
censor
know
it.
what I'm finding out in Vegas, man. Y'all don't even want to know, bro. You don't. Like, it's
So what
Tough, man. It's tough.
what is next for you?
I'm going head on with no lawyer right now, bro. I just amended. The judge accepted my shit, bro.
But
They
that's
accepted
progress,
my shit.
right? That's
Yeah,
progress,
but
right?
like, I'm at risk for a stroke right now, bro. My head
You need,
hurts,
you
man.
need to calm
But
down. You
we
need to
really
calm.
want you to take
Like,
care of
I've been doing this
yourself.
shit for years. I'm talking about hours in the fucking law library searching up shit, man. And then this chat GPT shit came out. Oh my god, ball changer. But stop using that shit unless you need it. That shit wastes water, man. I got tattoos. Save the turtles on God, bro. Like, y'all need to chill with that shit. Chat GPT is not meant for that crazy shit, bro. But like, searching up your laws, man, we have an index in every state for federal law and your local state law. Don't be fearful of going to jail. If you ain't done a major crime, don't be fearful of going to jail. That's why that's why I've got major multiple cases. Because I'm covered under 88 law. If you don't believe me and you come touch me and I let you touch me, I'm not gonna fight for my life, but I can sue you afterwards too if you don't kill me, because I ain't gonna
So
stop.
listen, if you want your story to get out and you want this video to stay up, you gotta watch some of the
Oh yeah,
things
no,
that you say.
I got no problems. I don't want nobody
No,
coming in
but
me.
No,
what we
it's
stand as
it's the
far as the
it's the
live,
language and on the live. That's what I'm saying.
it's
Like
gonna get
Oh yeah, my
flagged.
you
apologies.
gotta
Yeah,
watch the information that you putting out there, right?
yeah. That's why I said
Um,
all three states. Cause like I'm a nomad. I got an
No,
RV.
we no. We want you to be able to tell your story, tell your experience. If you could possibly help people from
Yeah, that's
from
all I
that
want to
from
do. I
that
don't want nobody
perspective, but
bothering
you
me.
can't
I don't want to
give
even be
like
doing this. Yeah,
information on a
yeah,
platform that we can't substantiate.
yeah.
So
No, I just
that's what
want
we're saying.
I do spoken word. Ed Sheeran invited me for the UK open mic night. I don't want to do nothing I want people to learn, not be fearful of the court system. I want fathers to be. The judge told me, I'm so sorry you spent money on that suit. We're changing in the court system right now, but we need the fathers to step up. We're so proud that you're here, no matter what they say against you. So we're going to take this into we're going to take your side in consideration and not grant them the emergency custody, and we're taking this into a custody battle. And then he ended up dying because I proved all the BS, right? Found out she got pregnant, and I added up. I was like, you found out he got pregnant, and then after you found out he got pregnant, you tried to get me. You guys were not doing good. I told you the beginning of our relationship, we had to learn each other. But once I got more timid and calm and learned how to deal with my energy, she got fearful of that. I don't know why. Like, she didn't think I loved her. I'm like, no. In court, in documents, I love this woman. I don't care what they got to say about me because I'm going to prove it later because I'm fighting for my son now. Either I'm going to get custody or I'm not. I, I'm going to prove that I fought. locked up.
Okay. All right. So before we get out of here, before we land this plane, I just got one question. If you can talk to a father that was in the position you was before your son got took in, like
Every person,
what advice would you give them?
you need to go search up Dad's Inc. Dad's Inc. is a federally funded organization that helps fathers get their children back. It's an 8 week long program. So it trumps the baby mamas that go to the child custody, the family thing, because they usually only do the weekend one, like one for 2 days. I went for 8 weeks. You feel me? You want to get as many character witness letters of your family and friends, jobs, whatever. You need to stack up a
And
case.
this is a national organization.
What'd you say?
It's a national organization.
I believe Dads Inc. is a national organization, but you can call them and they have references in other states. They can help you find someone that will help
Okay.
you find the proper resources. They give you a certification. You take certain classes. They give you a book. I left my book with a new father in Europe. And I told him, it might cost you a couple bucks, but you already got my FaceTime. But you can call these people and they'll do the research for you. You feel me? They'll walk you through it. They don't mind spending time trying to help you no matter where you're at. Find the proper people to help you get through these type of things.
Well,
The one thing I
that's
want to say in
a gem.
advance,
That's a
make
good
sure if
good
you know
avenue
it's
to
going into
give.
a legal custody battle and you guys are only filing paperwork, y'all don't know what to do with the court, right? Drop the bread. Sell your car, sell your jewelry. Y'all, man, I don't wear diamonds, bro. No, I don't even do that no more. Sell everything you got and you pay for a paralegal and they'll get you in to see a judge. Okay. If you don't know how to do that and don't have the money, then come hit me up. Okay. Because if I check somebody's Instagram and they got a Benz and stuff, I've been
That's a
homeless.
great point. That's a
I've been
great
homeless.
point.
If you a daddy that got money, but you don't want to deal with your baby mama, then why the fuck you ain't dealing with the court?
We say it every day,
Sorry,
like
F word. My
50,000 times a
apologies.
day.
Why you ain't dealing with the court? Why you not dealing with the court? As long as you get everything and stop talking to them on the phone, everything need to be in text message or email. Search up your laws, okay? Search up your laws. Y'all got Chat GPT. Now I just found out about Chat GPT, man. I would have been halfway through this a year ago.
So let me ask you this then. So how do you think it was a way you could have prevented the her
Yes,
taking
and
your
it's
son?
very harsh, but it's legal. Okay, it's very harsh, but it's legal, and your baby mama finna cry about it till it's all said and done. The only way legally that y'all can get your child, if they let you see him every now and then, go straight to Florida. Florida does not listen to any other state's parental law. You have to go through the babies in Florida. You got to go through Florida courts and
You
discussion.
can't
You got
tell
a
them.
job. You sold your shit and got a flight and dropped their
Really?
own house or apartment and got a
Or
spot
you,
for you
or
and
you
your
could
kid,
just go to
and you got
court.
work.
Just go to
Do
court, yeah.
not speak to her.
But
You
or
only
you could just go
communicate
to
with
court. She had
email
your
and
son for
text
6 months,
messages.
man. If you would have just went to court in the state you was
It would
in,
have been a different
it
outcome.
would have been a.
No, it's because I would have went to court in the state I was in homeless. So I had to take the tougher route. I had just when I met her and I finally got my first bread from my injuries, I was homeless before that. I was homeless on the streets in my car with a broken arm trying to go to school. I had to drop out of two I was I got I'm the first full ride for UTI. Kim McWater, shout out them, ask her. And then before that, after that, I sang in that. I'm a singer. I used to sing. I don't sing. I do spoken word now. But I sang the national anthem for the Boys and Girls Club. My story brought $10 million into the Boys and Girls Club. The stuff that I got planned, I haven't even told them about my life yet. Y'all the first people to hear it.
Well,
Whoever's listening
thank
is the
you.
first people to
Thank
hear
you.
it.
Thank you for your transparency. We appreciate you coming on the platform. We just want to make sure that it doesn't go unnoticed in our capacity. So,
Yeah.
because this is a platform that stands against parental alienation,
And I'll
and
send
again,
people your way. I mentor young adults that are having children that are in hard relationships.
so you just
Stuff
gonna
like
cut me
that.
off?
Sorry, my apologies.
Okay. So I was saying
Yes, ma'am. My apologies.
that we know it's a lot for you, right? We wanted to give you the space to share. You're more than welcome to come back again. But just to be clear, because we do stand against parental alienation, we wanted to highlight what that was for you. I know it's a whole array of
Him
things
being
that
gone from my
surrounding the
own.
situation, but the fact that you say that there were false accusations that kept you from your son, and then ultimately a tragic event followed, that's something that matters. You know what I'm saying? If things are done properly, you could probably help the next dad not to be in your
I'm already
position.
doing it now, all over
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah, I'm talking
And
about today on this
yeah.
platform. That's
Yeah.
why we're here. And
Oh
so I
yeah,
don't
because
want to
you guys
get
are
that.
helping.
I don't want
I'm
to
sorry.
get
I'm
that
just letting
part,
you know, man. I've been searching for
misconstrued.
somebody to listen to me.
Yes, yes, and that's why we're here. And so again, we thank you.
Oh,
Our
thank
hearts
you.
go out to you. We're
Ace of
gonna
Spades for
continue to
talking
pray
to
for
you. Please,
you.
I love y'all. I
Keep
love
in
y'all.
touch.
Y'all
Let
doing a
us
good
know
job,
what's
man.
next. Keep us in the loop of what's going on with your court
I
case. If you need to
will.
come
I
back again and
will.
give an update, we're more
I will keep
than
you
we'll be
updated with
more
every
than
piece
well
of
happy
paperwork
to
I
hear
get.
what you have to say. I can't even talk because you keep talking.
I'm
You keep
going. I'll
talking
be.
while I'm talking, and now I'm gonna start arguing with you like I be arguing with my man.
I'm gonna shut
You got
up.
to be quiet
And
so
what
I
I do
can
when my
wrap it
ladies start
up.
yelling at me, I shut up now like they do.
But
What
yeah,
you want?
man, just take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah,
We
we
understand
rooting
it's
for
it's
you.
rough. Uh,
Hmm.
I can't say I understand where you've come from because we don't understand that, but we do know the struggles
Yeah, I respect
uh
it. I
of
appreciate it.
battling in the court, and that's stressful in its own.
I can't even imagine
So to be in your
being where you
position,
are. Yeah,
Man, they just illegally arrested me. I was in jail for 3 days for no reason. 2 days. No
man,
you gotta get yourself some bearings, some grounding, and take care of yourself. Keep your mental intact. I'm glad you're going to
Yes,
work.
ma'am.
You
Yes,
spoke
ma'am.
on therapy. You spoke on some very valuable things, right?
sure,
And
Don't be
so we
scared to do that
appreciate you
stuff,
for that
man.
because mental health is very, very important.
yes,
No matter what the struggle, and I just think that
Yeah.
your story is very impactful. I think that it's going to reach a lot of people, and so we
Uh,
really appreciate you.
we thank you
yeah,
for
yeah.
coming up here,
Thank you so
man.
much for your time. So
Keep
much.
in touch.
All right, you have a good one, man. Take care of yourself, brother.
Yeah, I still fit on my 10. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have a good night.
Have a good
You
night.
too. Blessings. Ciao.
Man, it's
Uh,
that was a tough one.
Real tough, and you know,
Man, I don't.
sometimes you just gotta let people. And when I say that, I mean we can't even imagine what it's like for him to even try to tell some perfect strangers all these things
Yeah,
in this short time frame. And so please be mindful, please be respectful when you see this video, you see his story. Be kind in the comments because he did lose his child, right? And so to us, that's very, very sensitive. It's very, especially given the circumstances where he had him in his possession and that was taken away from him,
man.
and then this happened. And so this is why we do this, y'all. Like it ain't just about who winning and the struggle of who got the power or the control. Kids can actually die behind these type of things.
And
And
this,
so
man,
that's the part that you guys just don't get. And so
especially not to cut you off, baby. Especially those fathers that say, "I just want to wait." Y'all never calculate stuff like this. You never calculate it. Now this man had lost his child for what?
y'all gotta do better. And he was absolutely right. It's no excuse. And we say this all the time, and it's not to get to the rigmarole of people in the comments talking about it's not easy to fight in court. We know. We did it. So when we say it, we're saying it with the knowledge and the stress and all
Still
everything
got
that
to
went
do
with it.
it.
So it's like
Man,
what matters to you? It's all about what matters to y'all. And so we here for the support. We here to hear y'all out. We here to learn and see how we can help and what part we can play in trying to do this one family at a time, one kid at a time, right? Because we don't want to keep losing kids and keep separating children from their fathers and parents and family because that is a very important part of them. And so it's like everybody walking around and we all have this childhood trauma, some not really stemming from parental alienation, but we all could do better. Yeah. And so that's just what this is really about. And y'all playing these baby mama, baby daddy games, and it's all about the drama on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all that. But did you hear what this man said? He said his son was right here and he was talking about in an urn. And I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. I have nothing else to say. You could close it out.
All right, I'm gonna talk strictly to the mothers that's that's playing the games, and y'all know y'all playing the games. We not finna sugarcoat nothing. Y'all know y'all playing these games. It ain't no game no more when the child gone. It's not a game. It's not funny. We just watched a grown man cry on this platform, and his son is not there. Now look at all the lives was affected behind that. This man said he spent every day going over paperwork trying to prove and get justice for his son, that it wasn't ruled no accident. Like, come on, man, we got to do better. And I'm gonna end it right there, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Uh, Please like and share, subscribe, and we appreciate y'all support. Just to give a quick update, we haven't been doing any shows. We're doing a soft rebrand. So we're making a lot of changes to the show, and we're in the process of doing a lot of things. So just hang in there for the people that support us and the ones that come and support us day in and day out. We appreciate it. But man, it just messed me up. That father, that his cry, that's tough. And that's everything, we fought for. We fought to not be in his position. So, but to see that, you know, people got to start thinking about these kids.
But this stuff is a everyday struggle. And I know we get up here and we look all, determined and motivated, but y'all don't even understand the mental strain on us as well. We still fighting. We still in the fight. Yeah. We still in the fight every day. And so you might not get a consistent show, but I guarantee you when you see us, we're going to stand on business every time for these kids.
Yeah. With that being said, y'all enjoy y'all weekend.
Peace.
All right, we love y'all, man.